We're still with Dr. Mohammad Adib. This time we're digging into his personality as a photographer. Let's see what he had to say to us. Dr. Mohammed, this time we're digging into the photographer. How did you start the path to photography?
I was started the photography when I was with student, secondary school, and I was starting as I like the painting, I like the drawing when I was 7 years old, and usually all the teachers, they are taking my drawings and they put them in exhibitions. I took the much more encouragement from my family, my father, my mother, my sisters, and they are pushing me to a good drawing. So I have a continued drawing. I started the photography as a photographer when I was in the medical college, and after the graduation, I take it more specific with study to have taking the photography as a tool for my hobby as artist and as a painting. And that's why my direction for the photography was already have a good background of modern photography, or what you will see in my work, using special effects in modern photography.
Today we are on your 13th exhibition. It's held here in Cairo, but you've already held a lot of exhibitions around the world. Tell us some information about them.
Yes, actually I made many exhibitions here in Egypt as a personal alone. As you said, it is 13, but I made for about 7 or 8 exhibitions outside and abroad, 4 of them in hospitals. I made a photography exhibition inside the hospitals, and I made others with the link with the culture center in London, in Vienna, in Russia, in South Korea, in Seoul. So I find a very good cooperation with our embassy abroad to help them. During the time of my training, usually I make a good link before I going abroad or traveling. So I usually making this, and I choose a subject, whatever this about Egypt, about the folklore of Egypt, about Luxor, about Laswab, about shadows, about the creativity. So I made the subject usually with the good planning with the organizers. Last exhibition before this, I was made in Vienna with the Egyptian embassy in Austria, and this was in Vienna. This was the second exhibition was to be in Vienna. And this was in shadow. The exhibition before that, it was Helwa Ya Baladi, and they did not give me my painting. They said, please keep it, Mohammad. We are using this for different exhibitions, and this was using in Bratislava in Slovakia in the last year. So actually, the photography, it is I find it that it is very good tools to give a good picture about Egypt, and about we have about 1/3 of the landmarks in all the world. I am proud that I am Egyptian, and I am proud that I am orthopedic surgeon, and I am proud also that I am a photographer, because this is a good link to, if I have a chance to give all the world Egypt, that I am Egyptian, and I like my land, I like my people, and they give a good pictures for all the people abroad.
obviously you have a special line of photography. Tell us a little bit about it.
Actually, this was special effects in modern photography. And was the special effect in modern photography is the tools that the photographer can use to give the picture creativity and to give the picture more scope for the recipient, to see the photograph. It is not like looking for a picture like a landscape, but the photographer is give his tools. These tools, it is using filters, using zooming, using contrast, using a new computer's tools, which it is the Photoshop techniques. So using the different tools, whatever this is, not only the usually the camera, but also the digital camera, because nowadays the digital camera has many models and many advanced model and options, which you can give you the creativity as a photographer. Since 2001 and 1999, I took many prizes. In Pakistan, I took the honorary prize in Pakistan, and it was the combining image of Karnak Museum, and it was very fantastic, and I used this as a logo in the last year in Vienna. One of my tools, as I said, is combining image. Combining image means the sandwich technique. We are using two shots. One shot.
We do have one of these photographs here in this exhibition.
Yes, in this exhibition. The pictures number 1 and picture, there is about the 6, you'll find that amazing. This is sandwich technique. This is the photographer, you are using two pictures, two shots with different exposure and different scope. And I said that I took the second prize in 1992 in special effects in Nile Salon of Photography. This is one of the national competitions for Egypt. And I took the first prize of special effects in 2001, and this was an opera house. I was take the encouragement of the artist Dr. Ahmad Nawar. He was giving me a push. I will not forget him, because he's opened my exhibition in Art College in Zamalek about the graphic and about that. And Mr. Osama al-Baz, he is a consultant of the president at that time. He was giving me push for these types of special effects for modern photography, and you see in the last exhibition of me. Not only that, you can use what is called open exposure or delayed exposure. Delayed exposure is one of the challenges of the photographers. He can use the static camera as a video camera. And this is one of the creativity. We have many photographers here in Egypt. They are using these special types. This special type that he is open the operators, not a shutter. He's open the shutter and leave the moving objects in front of the sensitive pixel to give expression about the movement. So the expression of movement, whatever by the colors or whatever by the fast, whatever there is moving lights or whatever moving trains, buses, or folklore dancing, or birds, as we'll see in my last exhibition.
if we're talking about this exhibition, tell us a little bit about it and about the pictures you're presenting here today.
Yes, actually, was about the Islamic architecture in India. And this was the last journey for me. There was conferences, as I said to you, during the conference, I usually prepare myself what I usually concentrate for. You are asking me about why you are concentrate about this Islamic architecture. Actually, during the 8 days, I made about 1,500 shots. I was making a very good planning what I will do, and this is not only the exhibition about the India. I keep this in my pocket. And I hope, of course, to go more and more, because the life in India, it is very, very attractive, whatever, not only in the landmarks, not only in the museums, not only in the historical zones. India, it is full of many attractions. Not only that, the people there, the different culture, the different...
India, of course, its colors.
Of course. Not only the colors, the folklore, when you saw the artistic band of them. And you know that, of course, the Egyptian usually attracted by, since the film Sangam. And so during this exhibition, I was concentrate what I need in the short time. Because the Islamic architectures in the mosques and in the citadel and forts, it is different in Taj Mahal. And this was advice of my colleagues. They told Muhammad, you must concentrate on one aspect because you will lose everything. And this was one of the success I was concentrate at this time of the Islamic. Before I went, and this is my message for any photographer, you must put your plan. What you will go, what is the place which you will go, what is the important place which you give shots, and what is the difference between the Islamic architecture in India and the Islamic architecture in Egypt. Of course, the Islamic architecture in India, it was already affected by the Imperatoria at that time of the Mughal and Farisi and Turkish at that time. So there is designs of the mosques and the tops of the mosque and domes and the minarets are completely different, not completely different, it is different designs of our Islamic architecture in Fatimi and other designs which you find them in all the Cairo zones or in the citadel, our citadel, or in the Al-Azhar zone.
Walking almost half a century the path to photography, what would you tell the young photographers?
I wanted to give them the message for the young photographers, starting from families. Usually the Egyptian children, they have talent of the creativity. And please, I find many father and the mother, they don't do this, don't do this, stop this, go to your study. I will tell you a joke. When I was in a medical student or in the secondary school, I was making drawing, and when my father knocking the door, I put this